Am I being heard? Is the music okay? In terms of sound stuff in relation to my speaking? Alright. Deer hunting game so your parents think you're straight. Hello everyone. I'm just doing some things for a thing. Redesigning perhaps some mosies, maybe trying to figure out some styles and things like that. Been meaning to do so all day, and I haven't because I've been playing Hades. Isn't that fun, yeah? But anyway, how is everyone going? I love some good tea. We ran out today. This is the last bag. I mean, we haven't run out of tea. It's just we ran out of tea that I like. And what's more important? Yes. We always do love a good Pokemon track here. Alright, so I like the concept of just having this very cartoony big round head. I'm fine myself. Oh, why? Do that. Oh, how wonderful. I don't see Freelandish around here, but if you see him and they don't pop in, give him a hello from me. Man, I forget the rules that I made for this style, so I'm just trying to refigure that out. Maybe change some of them up. All I know is that big eyes. This isn't really a comic. I have some pitch ideas I wish to give out into the world. So I'm currently going through 2 ideas at the moment. So I'm just kind of beginning the conceptualization stage of that, and you know. Fun, Plant Bunny! I can't recommend Huion enough. I definitely say peruse through their stuff. Mine is an older model, so I don't think you'll find it on there. But my girlfriend recently got like the newest sort of Huion tablet. I do believe it was a canvas, and I've heard nothing but good from that. So definitely peruse the Huion store. See what is good for you, what fits. And yeah. Hello everyone joining. Okay, so she had like a very simple shirt. Do this. Man, you would just do a style before, and then, yeah, and then you can't anymore? Yeah. I really want to redo the Neon Nika Sugar Girls thing because every time I try to work on it, I look at it and I'm like, I hate this so much. I can't stand it, so I don't know, we'll see. Reanimating my reanimation. Might start soon, maybe try and get it in time for the anniversary, which I do believe is in April, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, I need to be more loose with this. Yeah, I can tell you a bit about this. I don't have much because it's still in like a very rough draft kind of phase right now. But this started out as a doodle that I did many years ago. I think 3 or 4 years ago. It was just this essentially, amongst with some other stuff like, let's not even look at my old art. It was just this, and I was like, haha, that's cute, I like that. So it's about these 2 teens, just starting high school, and both of them are kind of losers, for lack of a better word. I don't have names for them. I think I gave them names at some point, but I've forgotten them. So, whoops. But it's kind of like, I guess, Gravity Falls-esque in the sense that, like, it deals with, like, some, spooky stuff. Not very cryptic stuff, more like spooky stuff. I don't know if you're asking me, Derek, but I do not draw with, a mouse. That's my keyboard. I do apologize for that. That's just me using like my keyboard shortcuts and, you know, whoop whoop. Oh, I don't know if my last year's art fight, is up, but, there should be a playlist on my channel with all of the art fight streams, so I think it should be in there. So it's just about these 2 teens who, become friends through one way, or another, and kind of start up like a ghost hunting, operation. Like they're professional ghost hunters, but everyone just comes to them for like very like silly things like, hey, that dude like took my lunch money, could you get it back, please? Just sort of that kind of stuff, and it's like, like we're professional ghost hunters, but fine. And like that's how it starts out, you know, it's fun, it's happy and yada yada. But, actually, in sort of like their little hideout and everything, they find out in the woods that's connected to the town that they live in, there's some like actual like weird shit going on and things in relation to like cults. And sort of like a secret the town is holding, and it's a little like, you know, sacrificing children adjacent. So that's kind of what it's about, for more or less. Yeah. Oh, please. So I do like her outfit. I like the sort of shape I was going for here with the protruding kind of things. And I do like sort of that. I should have shorter hair at some point. That original doodle. Might give her some long socks. I've been really into those. Maybe I won't. Maybe I will. Maybe, okay. What about, like, not short socks, but here. Oh, thank you, Celia. Yeah, I have another one that I'm also working on right now. So I was sort of conflicted between 2, things because, so some of you may or may not know, I recently had an opportunity to pitch a show for some people, which went okay, but I had to sort of make adjustments to that initial pitch to swing it in a way that was more like explicitly for a demographic in the sense of like comfortably being able to fit into Western ratings, which is fine. But I was finding it difficult to do that with that specific story, so I was like, okay, well, I'll just like snatch another story of mine that I know that I can fit into like either like a super kid demographic or like a super like adult demographic, because for me, like writing stuff is like whenever I write stuff, it's always in that sort of like teenage middle ground. So it's hard to push one way or another. I'm super proud of that pitch. I still have the document. I'm pretty sure I'm allowed to share it, because it's like not been picked up or anything. And I don't think I'm gonna be working toward, I tried to work toward pushing it one way or another, but I don't think it's gonna be. So I might go over that in a video or something. Some of you may have seen, my, OCs. I used to draw them a lot, the ones that were involved in the pitch. It was like this like big armed woman named like Nova or Kalinka. So you know. So yeah. So now I'm just working through 2 pitches. I think one of them is this, which is called Scared Straight. Oh, and by the way, both of these individuals are gay. That's why it's called Scared Straight. I forgot that very important pun. So, yeah. So one of them's this, which has more of like a foresty, ghost vibes situation, and then the other one, which I will show, I can show now, I have it open here. One of them is like a horse girl thing, that's very loosely based off of a D&D campaign that I'm running for my friends, which is based on a game that a friend played for us, which is Starshine Legacy, which is still a thing, apparently. But I'm sort of like, I'm gonna do both of these pitches essentially very loosely, and then I'm gonna pitch it to my friends and see which ones they like better, and then whichever they like better, I'm going to officially make and do that as a pitch. I don't know. I've posted about Scared Straight before. I had a comic that was called Beyond Stars. That's the only other thing that I've made. Like I said, it's very Gravity Falls-esque, so that maybe is where you're drawing that. But I don't know. Between Stars, wow. Don't even know my own content. Listen, my folders still say 6 feet under the stars. You know? Well, it's you. So, for example, the people that I pitched to were from Frederator. But that's because I'm also affiliated with Frederator, and like, they're always accepting pitches. That's the thing. Like, I'm pretty sure this like says in their site that they're always accepting pitches and things like that. And so, like, you pitch to like networks and things like that and blah blah blah. And the people who sort of like managed me were like, oh yeah, you know, like, we deal with like pitches kind of blah blah blah. So I was sort of in a good spot to be like, oh, I know people who do this, so maybe like they can help me make my pitch, or at least like lead me in the direction while I'm making it. And so I did that, and it was a lot of fun, and it was quite the learning experience. Again, I really like my pitch, just like in the way that it was made, like the whole PDF and yada yada yada. But yeah, just, you know, sometimes things don't work out. That's fine. Tea. I feel there's something about the original style, and I know what it is, that I just really like, that I can't seem to replicate here. You just at and do their username, Phallus. I would very much prefer a show. I'm not very good at writing short form. There's actually another thing that I'm working on that's a short comic that I specifically wanted to do because it's short, and I kind of wanted to give myself that constraint. And like there's like also just some style stuff in there that I wanted to experiment with. But I have this tendency to make things really, really long and really convoluted and complicated and so I just wanted to make like a very short and sweet story about gays. Yeah, I have seen the Obsidian trailer. I don't know why I made her smiling. She's a very nervous person. Okay, let's whatever. It's like okay. We gotta. Yeah, it's just I just like really grand stories. I like having big stories with convoluted stuff going on in the back and lore and, you know. But sometimes, you know, calm down, goddamn. I think I'm gonna do a few more passes of this head, just to, you know. I think. Thank you. Good morning. You have a good time then. Sunlight Bright, I have something called a display tablet, which allows me to use it to draw things. There's things like, just sort of like normal tablets, that don't have like a screen display. There's many ways you can draw on PC. I don't like the gap, I don't think, but I do like the direction where this is going in. What I like to do a lot for a lot of my stories is taking concepts and things that I really like that are maybe bad and making them in a way that is more desirable to my tastes. For example, the horse thing is just because like horse girl tropes, and there's just like some stuff in there that I like and stuff in there that is like really bad and cheesy, and like generally it's seen as like bad media, but I think that like there's so much potential there that's untapped potential. And like my other thing, like comic that I started, which I'm trying, I swear, is basically like Harry Potter, but make it with horror aspects and gay and actually like good. Thank you, Sunlight. Yes, I think I like this head a little more. I do think I will squish it down. Oh, that's good, Zervine. Oh, wait. It went from, oh, I thought you said it had 13 hours left and not. That's bad. Maybe it's just jumping. But give it some time. There's lag in the conversation. No, don't. I have heard of Banana Fish. I will not read or watch it simply because I heard it's sad at the end. I don't like sad things. That's a lie, but I don't want to. I'm so horrible about sad things because I love writing them. I love projecting onto things, making things really tragic and sad, and you know, the whole shebang, but I can't. Yeah, I like sad things I have control over. I can't read sad things. Because they make me sad. Even happy things make me sad. I can't enjoy things, is my conclusion. I like Owl Baby. Homestuck! Let me go off for 2 seconds. Homestuck is bad. I've read it many times. But, if you will take notice, some of the naming conventions here and the way that the class specs operate is, in my opinion, fantastic mechanically, and I think has a lot of potential, especially since not all of the class specs and combinations of that haven't been explored within Homestuck, so that leaves a lot of theorizing and things that you can just do. There's just so much you can do with class specs, and I absolutely adore them, and I very much utilize them in a lot of the things of the way that I, like write powers and things like that. Mwah. Mwah. If some of you who perhaps were here during like my more Homestuck days will recognize the Rogue of Mind here, Sage, who is basically just a reused design of Verido, which was my Trollsona based off of myself. And I was like, well, I'm not going to use their design, so I might as well use them for this because it fits, because it's a Rogue of Mind. Hello! Obviously, we have like unconventional like aspects and like we have Rogue of Mind and Knight of Blood, which is like the usual Homestuck thing. Then we have Hunter of Spirit and Heir of Art. What am I, French? Heir of Art. I will stop. I'll stop. I should stop. In conclusion. And Nalani is basically my girlfriend. I might go off about that horse gang in a second. I can't say much for story because I have nothing concrete. Just sort of like vaguely like the tropes that they're based off of and like arcs and things like that. Like there's a general direction I want that story to go into. I quite like that aesthetic of that one. I like the aesthetic of this one more in the sense that it's like got a lot of like the more horror spooky aspects that I like, but I like the other one because I love magic and well, I love it. I don't know what to say. I'm sorry, Mystic. Okay. I'm gonna have to redo some of these colors, I think, because me choosing colors now and me choosing colors back then, two very different people. Like, I've used the pure white? I've used a pure white for the shirt? I do not think so. We do not use pure white. I mean, we do use pure white, but not for shirts, we don't. I mean, purple shorts, when those shorts could be another color. Like a nice brown. Nice and fashionable. See, we use a light. Even this is not like a pure white. We don't do pure whites around here. I always have difficulty choosing color for shoes. It's always the shoes. Like, why? I don't understand. What have I done to hurt you in any way, for you to, in turn, hurt me like this? Should I do it? No. I think it should be darker. But I don't know what color. One, I think we should up this. Ah! You're purple! Just because it's sort of that main part of the hair and, like, you know, drawing your eye in, you know, blah blah blah. Do it, phallus. Whoops. Let's change the skin tone because I want it a little saturated. Okay, how about similar? There we go. Yeah, the skin tone that I chose was very much, feels almost olivey, but I use much different colors now, I feel. No, maybe something between that. There, fine. Ooh, I'm just gonna ignore the shoes for a little. Wait, what's this? Oh. I'm just gonna ignore the shoes for a bit. Just for like a smidge. I always forget what like thingy I'm doing. What size brush. Alright, time to draw this dude. This. Okay. Dude. Let's. Okay. I just wanted to get the this size. I was going to have biscuits with my tea, but I've completely neglected them. Oh, sir, what is your hair? Look at that original dude. Guy? My guy? What's going on with your hair? This little fucking nerd. Is that what's going on? I don't even know. What is his hair doing? Hey. Thank you. I don't like how shiny your eyes are. Man, imagine having a style that you knew how to do. Couldn't be me. This dude just had a sweater. Simple designs, you know? Simple taste, simple everything. You know what? I'm gonna do what I used to do and just overlay them so I know I'm at least getting that right. They're not the same, but... Alright, I think we're okay to now continue by ourselves. These poses aren't very inspired, but I just wanted to get their thing. Hades? Hades? Someone mentioned? Hades? This is for like a cartoon, essentially. Hades. I was playing Hades before the stream. I was sad because I wanted to go speak to Patroclus in Elysium for my own reasons. But yeah, I was just playing Hades. Himdies. Oh, it's so good. It's worth every fucking penny you spend on that game. I have so many hours in it. Today, I reached my 69th run. But it's so much fun. It's worth your money. I think your things are too high, guy. I think I'll make these. Done this on not the correct layer. Yeah, once you start really getting into it, it's fun. You need to die a lot. I mean, it's good. It's preferable that you don't die or you do runs quick, but you still need to get back home, so you can talk to people. And sometimes they won't even be there. Or sometimes they won't even say the things that you need them to say. Achilles. But no, I would never slay Achilles like that. I'm sorry, boo. Like, don't, darling. But it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of content. It's fantastic. Also, Fan is so sexy. Also, Zagreus is so cute. Hades. The man, the myth, the legend. Everyone get his ass. You are touching shoes. Let's see. I feel as though I should add something to him to sort of give him that same sort of oomph. Maybe I might even change, like, instead of him being blue to be another color just to complement the girl better. Hello. I might make them just a different color. Let's see. Maybe like a, I don't know, from green. Oh, speaking of green and purple, and Hades for that matter. Everyone on Twitter, be roasting Lore Olympus as they should. Alright. Okay, I don't know why I didn't start with this man's skin tone, which I feel is way too saturated. Lore Olympus, especially compared to something like Hades, it's kind of bad. I went off about this a little on Twitter, but it's not a faithful adaptation. I haven't, like, really read it. I remember, I was speaking with a friend about it a while back, and then like, through, like, people calling Lore Olympus out, like, recently, I found out more about it. But it's not a very faithful adaptation to any, like, of the myth stories, which is fine. Like, you don't have to have, like, the most faithful adaptation to take inspiration or aesthetics or anything. But when you do so, and but you choose to leave in the things that are problematic, and it's like, you've made the choice to make, by the way, warning to everyone, as we were speaking about this conversation, it does, involve some topics that are less than nice. You made the decision to make Hades a 40-year-old man and Persephone 19. Like, that was a decision that you made, and you said yes. Like, okay, so I was reading the wiki because I was, like, looking at the designs, which are bad, but that's, like, some other stuff. So Hades is, like, over 2,000, and Persephone is, like, 19 or 20, but Hades presents himself as a 35 to 40-year-old man, or, like, that's how he looks like. The Raven's plot device, let's not even... And then there's, like, some things with Apollo and Persephone, and it's just, like... what's even going on here, buddy? Maybe I'll give him like a... I wish I could do colors. Okay, let's just get a multiply layer on. Sure. But yeah, there's just like a lot of things in that. For fuck's sake, why do I keep doing that? Oh, that's kind of cute. There's just like a lot of things in Lore Olympus that are less than good, and it's not the fact that it's like, oh well, you can't judge like Greek mythology by today's standards and blah blah blah. Here's the thing, I'll fight Zeus. I'll fight Zeus any day. Let's go. I'm not judging Greek mythology because it has critical problematic elements or whatever. Like, who's gonna take accountability? No one. It's fucking mythology. Like, there's nothing that I can do about it. It is what it is. But when you are a modern day author and you choose to make these decisions, that's on you. Because Supergiant, for example, like, basically, like did their research, were very good about, everything, and changed up the things that they needed to change up, and it was nice and sexy and so on. I mean, I don't know if Ares is Nazi, but he sure as hell fucking dresses like one. Also Zeus is purple, Demeter is purple and green, Aphrodite half the time looks purple, even though I think she's supposed to be pink. Who else is purple? I think Artemis was purple. Why are there so many purple motherfuckers here? Also, they all kind of look the same. Like, obviously the art style is like has a huge emphasis on color and like shape design, but they do it poorly because none of the colors or like the symbols and and all of that other stuff is indicative of who they are as people. Like Zeus, there's no like a lightning bolt motif going on there. There's no like the big iconic beard or anything. There's nothing to visually allude to that being Zeus. And it's like, buddy, where is the Zeus? Also, Demeter just, why green and purple? Why? Like, the choices behind the color palettes is very baffling to me. Speaking of which, I think I like this. I don't know if I should change it to green just because, you know, complementary colors or whatever. Like, do they look good together? These two individuals who are standing here? It also has to be, like, nice enough to stand on his own. Maybe all colors. Oh, that's kind of cute. Like the green? Let's go with the green. Yeah, also visually they're just not very inspiring or fun or anything. And I know there's like a lot of people who are defending it like, oh well it's a webcomic and blah 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 blah, and it's like, it's not about the simplicity of the style, but rather the execution of it. Because if I were to do, let's do this, right? Let's take a nice yellow. Let's do a nice yellow, do this essentially. This is not very good. But there's lightning bolts, and it's a bearded man, so you can only assume it's Zeus if you know. Bluish green. Ooh, I wish my stream did not lag behind. Like a this? Or like why? Like I don't understand the decision to make so many characters purple. Like why is Demeter purple with the fucking wreath thing or whatever she has? Why is Artemis purple? Why is Aphrodite purple? And all these just look like the same woman, except for maybe Demeter, who has green hair. Why are there so many purple? Why? I don't know what I'm doing with this color. Alright, no. Whoa. Maybe I can get back to the color. Oh, I actually kind of like this little green thing. Yeah, I kind of like this. I think this looks cute, especially paired up with her, because they have the nice little. Maybe I'll make it a little more blue. I don't know. I'm very indecisive with the colors. Yeah, Lore Olympus. Okay. Maybe we won't. I say as I go ahead and do some stuff. How are we feeling about that? I hope I'm saying your name right, Zyla. Mood. Maybe it's time to deal with their shoes. I mean, this guy is easy enough. He's just got some Converse on. That's okay. What about this girl? Just gotta... Maybe with some... Maybe look at something. No, I don't like that. I kinda liked... I think that's okay. For a first pass. Hello. Let's just do some quick little comfort or get used to doodles. The thing is, I think it's more egregious when you like Greek mythology. I don't even like Greek mythology that bad. I like Hermes, and that's it. Like, outside of, like, me being obsessed with Hades, like, even, like, outside of that, as in Hades the game by Supergiant, Hermes has always been the Greek god that I've been fascinated by, just because I like what he represents. He's cool. In my books. I like Hermes. That's all. I don't care. But this comic still gets me riled up because it's so stupid. Alright, you look too babyface. Maybe a ghost hunter or something. I cannot draw, apparently. just gonna do some silly things to get a feel for their personalities and things like that. Or just how they look together. That's important with cartoon, or like most things. And then I might switch to the other one just to work on it a bit. I'm kind of obsessed with giving people, like, obviously people died here, like, roots, but I don't know if that's, like, is that a design thing we should do here? Kind of like it. But let's leave it for, like this for now. This is very much just, like, handshake. I don't know how to draw a handshake. Oops. I need to get my layers in check. I think that it can be used very in interesting ways, plant. But Lure Olympus is not one of those. Oh, we love the shift in tone and style. What if I just... No, I'll leave. I'll leave this somewhat cartoonish. You know? Oh no. I think there's that thing where it's like if you stare into the light you will sneeze. I would love to just like I like scary things that are just like the hyper realistic eyes, things like that. But what if I gave them like a monster friend? Wouldn't that be cute? They have a monster that they interact with. Yeah. I like things that are just like, you know, things peeking out at you. That's so scary to me. especially if it's just like half of a face and thingy, and they're just looking at you and then they leave, and it's like, okay. What if this is their monster friend? I know, look, he's so friendly. He's just. All right, we're giving the kids a monster friend. That's it. We're giving them a monster friend. Yeah. The original story was like, so these, like, you know, like the whole investigator thing, blah blah blah. But then they're trying to solve the murders of like all these people, of all these ghosts that they find in the woods. So maybe that can still be an aspect. It just appears in the form of this big monster thing that they're like, well, this is our friend. So, and then eventually, you know, they find out things about the monster and so on and so forth. You're right. I just made the eyes a little too friendly, and now friend. I want like the awkward hands. Yes. Might take a little bit of a break soon because I'm feeling that tea coming back. Hang on. It's for me? Alright, one. I think we should. I don't know how I feel about the bottom half, but I do like the fingers pointing to each other. Little shy. You do. It's me. I think I want like some weird long legs or something. Maybe a longer neck. Droog. It does, but I'm fine right now. Usually I draw in like gray, depending on my lighting situation. But it's lit up in my room, so white is not too bad for me. On this, I think I'm just gonna be right back for a second. Take a little bit of a break. I need to empty the bladder, as the kids would say. And then we will be back. I also need to refill my water bottle. So, be right back. Hello. This was a fantastic addition to the gang. His friend. I wish I had names for them, but I don't. It is just some friends. Just some friends. Gonna quickly, look over to here real quick. Just to see if there's anything I want to or can do here without it being like a little bit of a mess or take too long. If I want to even begin sort of conceptualizing stuff for this. I think it'll take too much brain power, so no. Thought about it for 2 seconds, and I said no. Alright. Let's draw the little tree house that we find themselves around here. Let's do a quick little floor plan. Nothing too fancy. Probably like a little window here. Probably keep it faithful to that. Have a little climby climb thing from the tree. There's stuff, like a desk, or maybe actual desk here, and then like some cushion and carpeted stuff here so they can chill and hang out. Ooh. Let's look at like what tree houses look like. Does anyone know anyone who's actually had like a tree house in their youth, in their time, alive? Like I feel like I see that constantly on like American TV stuff. But I don't know if I ever know someone who's had like a tree house. I'm so excited for Obsidian. That's interesting. That's so strange that they're just like a thing that exists in actual people's lives. Interesting. Does sound cool. Maybe I'll, in fact, have a door here, and then, like... Well, welcome. I'm just drawing some stuff, some concept stuff for a cartoon that I want to do. Deleted by the Google moderator team. I don't know. Usually I can view hidden messages when my moderators hide them, but I can't view yours, so I don't know what that's about. Perhaps it included a word that was bad? I have no clue. Flip this. Hold on. I don't know. Strange. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why they would remove that. That's very strange. I like. Maybe his name will be Droog. I just like Droog. You don't necessarily need art with it. I don't think. If you are making like a show like that's animated, it would be good to like have visuals along with that. I don't know if it's necessary because I think you can like pitch stuff with like scripts, like if you have like stuff written down. But I think the process for animated shows is that you have to have some visuals. I don't know, I'm not an expert. I've pitched something once and it was the most nervous thing I've ever done in my entire life. I'm a nervous person in general, but like it was fun, but like God, God makes me do this. But you just need, like, there's some criteria for that stuff, so, you know. I don't know. I think that probably only like through like grunts and probably like some weird like kind of like how Karen speaks in Hades. Or at least it's just like sort of like spooky, almost like wispy voice. Yeah. Another thing I guess that I didn't mention about this, though it does take a secondary sort of like presence within the show, like especially compared to maybe like the horse thing. A lot of sort of the characterization of like this girl with the purple hair is like there's like a lot of stuff like at their school and sort of the people that she initially hangs out with, that's kind of based in dealing with sort of yourself, and like in relation to sort of like being I guess in this case like a lesbian, and your self-perception and like how femininity is treated and how like sort of that expectation and how it can impact you in a way that's maybe unintentional, and like compulsory heterosexuality and things like that, and you know, like the things that like actual teenagers and like LGBT teenagers like go through, that's obviously like not as violent as homophobia, but is still something that, especially for like teens still figuring themselves out and teens in the closet, is like a very can sometimes be like a very damaging thing, or at least like something that stunts your realization of yourself. Zoned back in when I said lesbian. Hell yeah. I think that the horse show deals with that maybe like a little more prevalent, because it is sort of heavily based in like you know, like horse girl trope thing. I mean, literally Helena is someone who like she's like the new girl in town, and you know there's like some horse stuff going on and things like that, but this one specifically is very much more involved with that sort of aspect of the way that like media that is aimed towards girls and female presenting people, and how sort of like that stuff is kind of hated or looked down upon, and how like on both sides of the spectrum there's like the hatred of anything that's feminine, but also hating things that aren't conventionally feminine when they're supposed to be feminine, and just like how those concepts of like real life interacting with other people, and then how that interacts with people and the media that they consume. Like I'm sure a lot of people who grew up like consuming, or like if like you grew up female and you consume female things, sort of the weird hatred towards everything that girls like, especially things like teenage girls like, or like there's like a phase that everyone had sort of like where they hated pink, and it was like, no, I don't like pink and blah blah blah, pink is for girly girls and being a girly girl is bad and I'm not like the other girls, which is like not to say that not like every single I'm not like the other girls is a misogynist, but it is like kind of based in that sort of like hating of feminine things, but that's a whole shebang and a shabak thing. But that's definitely more prevalent in sort of like this kind of setting where perhaps those ideas are more freely to be engaged with, because it is such sort of like a prevalent part of the text. Whereas this is just like, we're going ghost hunting and we're gay, baby. That reminds me. Thanks. Can I please? Oh no, is it ghouls? No, I think it's hey demons. Hey there, demons. It's me. Yeah, boy. Love my handwriting, how it just deteriorates at some point. How my day's been fine, Clem, but how's your day's been? But I don't know which one I like more or less. We'll see, I guess. Anywho, we've been doing this for a minute now, and by a minute, I do mean an hour and a half. So, I think this is where we're gonna end. I think this is a pretty, okay ending. Oh, I guess to answer your question before we leave, Osurve? I use OBS Streamlabs to stream. Pretty nice, pretty a-okay. Anyway, thank you all for joining me, and I will see you guys next time. Next week, probably. Yes, anyway.